The Roman Republic, a remarkable era in ancient history, spanned from 509 BCE to 27 BCE. It was characterized by the establishment of a republican government following the overthrow of the Roman monarchy, significant military conflicts, and the rise of influential figures whose actions shaped the future of Rome. This essay delves into the establishment of the Senate, the Punic Wars, and the contributions of notable figures like Julius Caesar and Cicero. The establishment of the Senate. The Roman Senate, a fundamental institution of the Republic, played a crucial role in governance and the administration of the state. Its establishment was a pivotal moment in Roman history, marking the transition from monarchy to a more complex republican system. Origins and structure. The origins of the Senate can be traced back to the early days of Rome, even before the Republic was formally established. Initially, the Senate served as an advisory council to the kings. However, after the expulsion of the last Roman king, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, in 509 BCE, the Senate evolved into a more powerful body within the new republican framework. The Senate was composed of patricians, the aristocratic class of Rome. Initially, it consisted of 300 members, but this number fluctuated over time. Senators were chosen based on their social status, wealth, and experience in public service. Although the Senate did not have legislative power, its influence was immense. It controlled financial policies, foreign affairs, and state religion. Functions and powers. The Senate's primary functions included advising magistrates, overseeing the administration of justice, and managing state finances. It also played a significant role in foreign policy, negotiating treaties, and declaring war. The Senate's authority was rooted in its collective wisdom and experience, making it the most respected institution in the Republic. One of the Senate's most important powers was its ability to issue decrees, known as senatus consulta. While these decrees were not legally binding, they carried significant weight and were usually followed by magistrates. The Senate also had the authority to appoint dictators during times of crisis, granting them absolute power for a limited period to address emergencies, challenges and reforms. Throughout the Republic's history, the Senate faced numerous challenges, including social unrest, political corruption, and internal conflicts. The struggle between the patricians and the plebeians, the common citizens of Rome, led to significant reforms. The most notable of these were the creation of the office of the tribune of the plebs and the establishment of the plebeian council, which gave the plebeians a voice in government. The Punic Wars. The Punic Wars were a series of three major conflicts between Rome and Carthage, lasting from 264 BCE to 146 BCE. These wars had a profound impact on the Roman Republic, shaping its military and political landscape. The First Punic War, 264 to 241 BCE. The First Punic War began as a struggle for control over the island of Sicily. Both Rome and Carthage sought to expand their influence in the Mediterranean, leading to a protracted conflict. The war saw numerous naval battles, as both sides vied for supremacy on the seas. Rome's innovative strategy of using land tactics in naval battles, such as the corvus, a boarding device, allowed them to gain the upper hand. Despite initial setbacks, Rome emerged victorious in 241 BCE, forcing Carthage to cede Sicily and pay a substantial indemnity. The Second Punic War, 218 to 201 BCE. The Second Punic War is perhaps the most famous of the three, largely due to the exploits of the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca. Hannibal's daring crossing of the Alps with his war elephants and his subsequent victories at battles such as Trebia, Trasimene, and Cannae left Rome in a precarious position. Despite these defeats, Rome's resilience and strategic acumen, particularly under the leadership of generals like Scipio Africanus, eventually turned the tide. In 202 BCE, Scipio defeated Hannibal at the Battle of Zama, ending Carthage's threat and cementing Rome's dominance in the western Mediterranean. The Third Punic War, 149 to 146 BCE. The Third Punic War was a brief but decisive conflict aimed at the complete destruction of Carthage. Rome, fearing a resurgence of Carthaginian power, launched a brutal campaign that culminated in the sack of Carthage in 146 BCE. The city was razed, and its territory became the Roman province of Africa. Notable figures, Julius Caesar and Cicero. Two of the most influential figures in the late Roman Republic were Julius Caesar and Marcus Tullius Cicero. Their lives and careers had a lasting impact on Roman politics and the transition from republic to empire. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, born in 100 BCE, was a military genius, politician, and key figure in the end of the Roman Republic. His career was marked by a series of bold actions and reforms that ultimately led to his rise as dictator and his assassination. Early career and military successes. Caesar's early career was characterized by his ambition and political acumen. He formed the first triumvirate with Pompey and Crassus, a political alliance that allowed him to secure the consulship in 59 BCE. His subsequent appointment as governor of Gaul provided him with the opportunity to demonstrate his military prowess. Caesar's conquest of Gaul, documented in his commentary I de Bello Gallico, showcased his strategic brilliance and expanded Rome's territories. His victories and the loyalty of his legions made him one of the most powerful men in Rome. The Civil War and Dictatorship. Tensions between Caesar and the Senate, particularly with Pompey, who had aligned with the senatorial elite, led to a civil war in 49 BCE. Caesar's decision to cross the Rubicon River with his army was a declaration of war against the Senate and marked the beginning of the end for the Roman Republic. Caesar's forces swiftly defeated Pompey's army, and by 45 BCE, he was the undisputed ruler of Rome. As dictator, Caesar implemented a series of reforms, including the reorganization of the calendar, resulting in the Julian calendar, the expansion of the Senate, and various social and economic measures aimed at improving the lives of Roman citizens. Assassination and legacy. Caesar's concentration of power and his declaration as dictator perpetuo, dictator for life, alarmed many senators who feared the end of the Republic. On the Ides of March, 44 BCE, a group of senators, including Brutus and Cassius, assassinated Caesar in an attempt to restore the Republic. However, Caesar's death did not restore the Republic. Instead, it plunged Rome into further chaos and civil war, ultimately leading to the rise of his grandnephew and adopted heir, Octavian, later Augustus, and the establishment of the Roman Empire. Marcus Tullius Cicero. Marcus Tullius Cicero, born in 106 BCE, was a statesman, orator, philosopher, and one of the most influential figures in the late Republic. His contributions to Roman politics and philosophy had a lasting impact on Western thought. Early life and political career. Cicero was born into a wealthy equestrian family and received an excellent education in rhetoric, philosophy, and law. His oratorical skills and legal expertise quickly brought him to prominence in Roman politics. Cicero's rise was remarkable for a novus homo, new man, with no ancestral ties to the Senate. In 63 BCE, Cicero was elected consul. During his consulship, he uncovered and thwarted the Catiline conspiracy, a plot to overthrow the government. His actions during this crisis solidified his reputation as a defender of the Republic and earned him the title Pater Patriae, Father of the Fatherland. Literary and philosophical contributions. Beyond his political career, Cicero was a prolific writer and philosopher. His works on rhetoric, such as De Oratore, and his philosophical treatises, including De Republica and De Legibus, have been instrumental in shaping Western intellectual tradition. Cicero's writings on ethics, politics, and law provided a bridge between Greek philosophy and Roman thought. Later years and death. Cicero's later years were marked by political turmoil and personal hardship. He became an outspoken critic of Julius Caesar and, after Caesar's assassination, of Mark Antony. Cicero's series of speeches known as the Philippics attacked Antony and sought to rally support for the Republic. However, the Second Triumvirate, composed of Octavian, Antony, and Lepidus, viewed Cicero as a threat. In 43 BCE, Cicero was proscribed and subsequently executed by Antony's soldiers. His death marked the end of an era for the Roman Republic, but his legacy as a champion of republican ideals and a master of Latin prose endured. The Roman Republic was a complex and dynamic period in ancient history, marked by the establishment of the Senate, significant military conflicts such as the Punic Wars, and the contributions of notable figures like Julius Caesar and Cicero. The Senate's role in governance, the Punic Wars' impact on Rome's expansion, and the influence of Caesar and Cicero on Roman politics and thought are integral to understanding the Republic's legacy. Despite its eventual transformation into the Roman Empire, the Republic's institutions, conflicts, and personalities continue to fascinate and inform our understanding of ancient Rome.